Hello, welcome back to Bucks County Beer Reviews. I just got done watching the Eagles defeat the Washington Commanders. It was a tight game. I thought the Eagles were ready to blow it, but they pulled it out in the end. Washington always seems to give them a tough game. I've got a gift beer here that came from my buddy Marcel. He took a trip up to Vermont, and he brought back one that I had never seen, even though I was in Vermont twice this past summer. This one's from Liambru Ale Company. It's called Van Wicked. It's a New England India Pale Ale. I really like the can art. I like the name. I have had one beer from this brewery before when I was in Vermont. I had it on tap at a restaurant. It was called Thug Duck, and it was a double IPA. This is a regular New England India Pale Ale, 6% alcohol, and it was canned on July 6th, it looks like. And on the back of the can it says, "The story goes, 1863, Van sold his soul for a copper mine deep within the Green Mountains. Digging deeper and deeper, all he struck was water. Not to be deterred by this turn of events, Van did quite well using that mineral-rich water to make beer. He was stuck with those horns, though." I guess it's like a fable or whatever. He does have horns poking up through the brim of that hat on the artwork. So a nice can. I really like it. Thank you, Marcel. It's a really interesting one. The brewery Liambru Ale Company is in Proctor, Vermont. It gets a 3.83 on tap with 915 ratings. It's brewed with Citra, Mosaic, and Eldorado hops. That's all I have on it. Let's get it out of here and try it. This is my first beer of the day. Yes, I watched the football game and didn't have any beer. I didn't know if I was going to do a review today, but the spirit moved me a little bit to come down and do one. Picking up a little grapefruit aroma. Nice hoppy. Kind of looks like grapefruit or pineapple juice. It is hazy. Got a nice head on it. Let's try that head. Citrusy, almost a tad bit sour, almost like a little bit of lemon. Not so sour that I don't enjoy it though. I'm not a fan of sour beers. It's just a little bit of sour in the taste. A little bit different, I'll say that. I got a few floaties. Got a nice fluffy head. Can you see the floaties? A couple chunks on the bottom. It's different. Let's try the body. Cheers. Very, very citrusy. A hint of lemon. The aroma gives off a little pineapple, but I'm not tasting pineapple. Not really my favorite. I remember liking the Thug Duck from this brewery a lot. This one, not picking up any bitterness. Sweetness is what you would expect from the New England, kind of middle of the road. Mouthfeel's not bad. For me, it's just too much of a citrusy, too much of citrus. I like a little citrus, but I like it with a little bitterness, some grapefruit flavor, and this one is just citrus. So it gets a 3.83 on Untapped. I'll go down to 3.5. I mean, it doesn't really taste bad. It doesn't have the things I like. I had high hopes for this one. I did have high hopes, but I wouldn't buy it again. I would go back to the Thug Duck. I would buy that one. All right, I still appreciate Marcel very, very much for thinking of me and bringing that beer back for me. I'm glad I got to try it. Let's look at a couple beer cans. Well, that's a pretty can. Diamond Lager Beer. Formosa Springs, established 1870, brewed with fresh spring water. Let's see if I can read this fine print. Formosa Springs Brewery in Barrie, Ontario. It's a nice Canadian beer. That's a dummy can too. No, not open. Interesting. Okay, what's next? I've been waiting for this one. I saw it when I was bidding on these on eBay. Uncle Ben's Malt Liquor. You gotta love it. I've been kind of wanting this can when I've seen it around a few times. And this one's open from the bottom. Carefully brewed with pure Manitoba spring water, using only the finest barley malts from the Canadian prairies and choice hops. Uncle Ben's Tartan Breweries Limited, Transcona, Manitoba. Brewed with pure Manitoba spring water, contains more than 10% proof spirits. It was a strong one. Look at that Uncle Ben. How can you not love him? Okay, one more. I don't know if I have this one or not. I might. I get so many I can't remember it. American beer. It's a pretty can. If I don't have it before this one, I've had it before. It's from the Pittsburgh Brewing Company. A lot of them coming out of Pittsburgh. Very pretty can. All right. That's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you again, Marcel, for the Van Wicked. A little too citrusy for my likes. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.